So then, fantastic way to kick this start. Um, I'm a little late to this. Whoops. I'm so sorry. But hey, that gave all of you plenty of time to read the book, didn't it? Y'all have read this by now? I hope you have, because that's what this is about. Okay, boom. Massive introductions. Let's get to the freaking review thing. Okay, let's go. And I dropped the book, okay. So, book thing. Simon Russ, The Homosapien Agenda by Becky Albertalli. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So yeah, book Love Simon was based off of. Basic review, that's kind of what I do first. Basic, no spoiler review. Once again, I really liked the book. I think it was written quite well. I will say I did go see the movie that this was based off of. I actually went and saw the movie about a week after I got the book, and I was able to completely read the book before then. I really liked the book. I really liked the movie. So since I saw both, I am going to give commentary on both, but I'll try and I'll try and keep it as separate as possible, because there are a lot of things that the movie did really well. But the book is better, but there are a lot of things the movie did quite well when it comes to a book-to-movie adaptation. So, yeah. Let's see. Like I said, really liked the book. I think it was... I don't quite think it was as good as Carry On, but it's not exactly the kind of book that I read all the time. This is a really sappy book, even for someone like me. It's not really the kind of thing that I read all that often. But, when something like this just kind of falls into your lap, because I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to go see that movie, but I know it's based off a book, so I want to read the book first. And I was like, oh, wait, but I want to read the book for Valentine's Day. Oh, but I can't find the book. Crap, okay, I guess I'll do something else. Oh, wait, no, the day after I make the video, I think it was, literally the day after I make the video, I find this in a half-price box for $8.79, because half-price books is my best friend, and if they go out of business, I'm gonna frickin' cry. And then the day after that, I got advanced screening tickets to go see the movie, which is pretty fantastic. So yeah, things went really well with reading this book. It was a little complicated at the beginning, just getting the book, but things went quite well. Also, I love all the puns, just like, can you read that? I hope you can read that. If you can't, it says he's done keeping his story straight. And I'm like, excuse me, sir, I thought the bi people was supposed to be the one with the puns. Can you not encroach on our entire existence? Okay. But yeah, it's a, really good book. Let's see, Nick Robinson played Simon. He's kind of hot. Who was it? I don't remember who Catherine Langford played, because I don't know who that is, but there was someone... It's that person from all the yogurt commercials, isn't it? No, it's the person from all the credit card commercials. I don't remember her name. I feel really bad now, because she was really good, she played the mom. She was really good in the movie. All the characters were cast really well. My only main problem with the movie, and this isn't a spoiler, so I'm gonna put it in this first section. Simon is supposed to wear glasses. There's a little bit of humor at the beginning because Simon wears glasses. But but they did not have Nick Robinson wear glasses, and I'm not 100% sure why. I mean, his face might have been able to wear glasses. It's a little squarish, but I don't know. That was really my you know, there are of course some things that the books missed, or that the book, not the book. The book had everything because it's the source material. There are a few things that the movie missed from the book that I can't exactly remember right now, like, or either can't remember right now or I can't say without spoiling it. But as we approach the 5-minute mark, and I really don't want this to be an hour long because I had a bunch of people complaining about it being an hour long last time, I think we should head over to the part that is arguably going to be the longest. Plot summary, lots of spoilers, and then talk about what book we're going to do next. Cool. Okay, plot summary. We have Simon Spear. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Spire? S-P-I-E-R. So Simon Spear, I'm gonna pronounce it like that. It's probably gonna be like, anathema, which, by the way, I learned since the Carry On video, that's not pronounced anathema, it's pronounced anathema. So either none of you guys knew that either, or you just didn't call me on it, and I feel offended. Y'all mentioned how I pronounce the word crucible, you know, like the play The Crucible, but no. Anathema, I'm still struggling to say it because I said anathema so much. Anathema, y'all just don't call me on. That's rude. You like my bookshelf? I like my bookshelf. I'm actually going to be able to put all my books back on my bookshelf soon, so this set, I actually might stop filming it here and position my recliner so that it's, I don't know yet. We'll just have to wait and see. That's all I'm saying, but things might change after I get everything put back in order. So yeah, plot summary. We have Simon Spear, and he's gay. He's a very gay person. You know, I insert clip here from the movie about the boots. That was a really awkward scene to watch, but I feel like everyone can kind of relate to that. At least all the gays can relate to that. But yeah, no, and he meets someone over his school has a Tumblr blog set up where it's basically like Whisper, but it's on Tumblr and it's specifically for this school, basically. But he meets someone on there. Well, another student posts a message on there saying, "Hey, I am a homosexual." Boom. Greatest. It was a lot more flowery than that because that's the kind of person Blue is. But, like, yeah, that was the gist of it. It's like, hey, I'm really, really gay. So, yeah. But he didn't say what his name was because his name wasn't Blue. Well, he put a pen name, a pseudonym, as Blue. Left his email address. Simon goes, makes another email account on Gmail, by the way. Praise our Lord and Savior Google. Please don't take down this video if I swear a lot. It's a really fucking good book. But no, yeah, he creates a fake Gmail account, which was hour-to-hour, note-to-note at gmail.com. It was based off of a song, which in the movie, they based it off a Kinks song, I think. Which is a little weird, because this song is like, the song they based it off in the book, I believe, is like really like more of a ballad type thing. And nothing the Kinks ever wrote could be described as a ballad. It's either the Kinks or the Doors. Which the Doors could you might find a ballot in the doors, but I doubt it. What am I saying? Right. But, yeah. Creates fake email account, shoots an email to Blue, who is, at bluegreen118@gmail.com, because, you know, Gmail, praise our Lord and Savior. And, you know, they start talking back and forth, and slowly, you know, Simon falls in love with Blue, but he doesn't know who Blue is. And then a lot of things happen, and someone actually finds out about it. This is where the story starts, is someone has found out about it, and this motherfucker's name is Martin. And this guy's a fucking asshole. Okay. So, Martin. He basically logged on. Simon went on the computer in the library to check his email, forgot to log out. Martin gets on there, screenshots a bunch of the messages, and basically threatens Simon, saying, hey, if you don't help me hook up with your friend, well, not like hook up, but like start dating your friend, you know. If you don't help me get with your friend, I'm gonna tell the entire school that you are really into dudes. And then Simon's just like, oh, okay. He hates it, but he goes along with it because he's terrified. Like, in all honesty, he's completely terrified. But so this goes on, so this is in the background, and then the romance between Simon and Blue keeps progressing. Blue is slipping in the occasional accidental clue about who he is. You know, and, you know, Simon's like, oh, is it this person? And then starts thinking about, is it this person? And then, no, it's actually not that person. Oh, is it this person? And then, no, it's not that person. And then the worst thing that could happen happens. Right at the beginning of winter break, when everyone is getting together in the drama club to work on the play over winter break, because Simon's in drama, Martin's in drama, a bunch of these people are in drama. Martin and Simon get into a fight. At least I believe that's how it happened. Yeah. Martin and Simon get into a fight, and then, you know, Martin storms home, rage posts all of it online with some snarky message, and basically outs Simon. Because he's a fucking cunt. And I don't say that word often in videos, because I know a lot of people are quite touchy on that word, but I think it's very applicable, and I'm still incredibly mad. Like, I wasn't even this mad in Carry On at the mage, and the mage was a fucking asshole. Like, no, like, you can't do that to someone. So yeah, Martin outs Simon. And after that, Blue's just like, he gets scared, so he just kind of stops talking to Simon for a little while. Until eventually, you know, like, Simon is completely distraught, ends up over winter break. You know, he comes out to his family, he comes out to some of his friends who he wasn't out to yet, because he was out to one friend. And this causes a lot of problem, because the friend he came out to, he had only known since the beginning of the school year, but the friends he wasn't out to, he'd known since kindergarten, basically. And this caused a lot of problems, because I was like, well, do you not trust us? And it's more like, no, I just didn't want things to change. Like, this is a person I just met. I'm not so scared about things changing with her. I've known you guys forever. If things change between us, I have no friends that are nearly that close. But this causes a huge argument between them, which doesn't help Simon's self-esteem. Like, in the slightest. And, yeah, it's just kind of downhill. Like, and then they do the play. Blue is in the audience for the play. He knows that because at his school, which is in Georgia, because it's right outside Atlanta. It's at a suburb of Atlanta. They perform the play to different student groups during the school day. You know, at one point they do I believe sophomores and seniors, and then they do freshmen and juniors. So yeah, That's how that wound up. That's how that happened. So he knows, yeah, Blue's going to be in the audience at some point or another. And Blue at this point had found out that it was Simon who did it. Jacques Aldi, you know, Jacques Aldi, which actually that was the name Simon was going by, was Jacques. For some reason, because in French, Jacques Aldi means Simon Says. Why he picked that name specifically, just, okay. But yeah, so, Blue knows who Simon is. Blue, like, knows who Simon is by now, but Simon doesn't know who Blue is. And so, Simon knows Blue is going to be in the audience, and hopes that, you know, maybe Blue will have changed his mind after seeing the play. Really hasn't, but at one point there is a T-shirt in like a Kroger bag with a T-shirt on it left in Simon's locker, and Simon gets kind of upset. You know, he doesn't even want to look at it, but it's a T-shirt for one of his favorite musicians, like ever. It'd be like if you got me like an MCR T-shirt or a Panic T-shirt, both of which I have and wear often. I don't just wear this shirt, even though it's a pretty cool shirt. You know. So yeah, like. So Simon doesn't even want to look at it, and then he doesn't wear it. He basically just keeps it in the bag, but he keeps the bag under his pillow because it's something that's really comforting. It's like, hey, this person thought of, I might be mad at this person, but this person at least thought of me and did something nice, even if I don't want to really, it's weird. Psychology of teenage boys, of gay teenage boys. I can attest to this. It's completely fucking insane. Just need to throw that out there. So yeah. But yeah, Simon doesn't look at it, he doesn't wear it, just keeps it under his pillow, and then, at the end of the school year, he, like, closer to the end of the school year, he pulls out the T-shirt to look at it, and a piece of paper falls out. Now, he had asked Blue a while ago, like, towards more like New Year's, if Blue would be okay exchanging phone numbers, and Blue was really hesitant about this, and this was right before Martin outed Simon. And so, like, you know, super nervous, all that fun stuff. They got into a little bit of an argument, like, a kind of an argument. It's more of a, like, I kind of see where you're coming from, but I really don't agree with you kind of argument. Which is sometimes the worst argument to have, because I'd rather be like, okay, I don't even see where you're coming from with this, because then you can just be like, you're a crazy person, and you can just walk away. So yeah, like, so they get into an argument, but Simon pulls out the T-shirt to look at it, and a piece of paper falls out, and it is, Blue has written down his phone number. So Simon texts Blue after the final performance of the play, because after the final performance of the play, there's a carnival that, it's a tradition that everyone goes to, this carnival, like in not only in drama club, but it's also just a big community thing. So everyone goes to this carnival right after the play. And Simon basically texts Blue saying, hey, I'm going to be at the carnival. If you want to meet up with me, you know, if you want to meet up with me, I'll be there. Just come and find me. And it's really kind of sad. And in the book, Simon wanders around the fairground for a while, trying to find Blue, and eventually goes to the tilt-a-wall, which is weird because Blue said that he gets nauseous very easily, but he's like, you know what, this is probably the one place he wouldn't be, so this is where I need to look for him. And then Blue shows up. Now, in the movie, they did this with a Ferris wheel, which is, I actually kind of like that they did it with a Ferris wheel in the movie instead of the tilt-a-wall, because they didn't really mention the nauseous thing. The nauseous thing. Hold on. Not a product placement, I promise. Although I would really, really love to have some sponsors, because that means I get money. I need funds to buy coffee. So yeah. Simon, Blue approaches Simon. In the book, it's Blue approaches Simon when Simon's about to get on the shelter wall. Well, it's not, and then in the movie, Simon has one last go around on the Ferris wheel, which the Ferris wheel, Blue had mentioned it in his original post about, feeling like life is constantly on a Ferris wheel. Sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down, kind of thing. It's really cool. I think if you haven't seen the movie and you really enjoyed the book, you should go see the movie. But yeah, no, so that's, Blue meets up with Simon on his last go around on the Ferris wheel, and then gay kiss. And then at this point, the main plot is over, but there's I believe there's at least another 2 chapters, I think. And then there's, a few more scenes at the end of... No, there's no more scenes at the end of the movie. It ends there. It just pans out from there, because the last couple chapters aren't really that important. But it's basically, Simon's whole family says, hey, we're going to go out for dinner somewhere. You want to go with us, Simon? Simon's like, I'm not really... Simon kind of gets the hint from his sister, like, hey, I'm kind of feeling a little nauseous. Maybe I'll just go head home, but, bring me back some food, because this place is freaking awesome. So they do that. But Simon basically just goes and makes out with his new boyfriend the whole time. His boyfriend, by the way, being Brahm. I'm guessing you finished the book, because this is the spoiler section. And that's the biggest spoiler in the entire book, right there. Like, there's not a whole lot of other stuff that can be spoiled. So yeah. It's a really, like I said, really good book. Not going to spend an hour talking about it. Not going to spend an hour looking up a map of the school, because it's an American high school. Don't need any visual aids for that. Specifically because I think most of you are high school age. Just imagine your own school. So yeah, I really like the book. I personally think it does a really good job in representing the whole, hey, I'm closeted, but I have a crush on literally every male person ever. Because I can relate to that way too fucking hard. It's really quiet. I'm kind of... Why is it so quiet? Sorry, yeah, so I think it does a really good job, with, representing the whole, what I remember feeling when I was in the closet still, which I really wasn't in the closet for that long, because I was around a really accepting group of people. I was in a really accepting group of people. These people are kind of the ones who helped me. I don't want to say help me realize my sexuality, because that sounds illegal. But, they were the ones who kind of helped me come to terms with it. So, I really wasn't in the closet that long. I was lucky. But, this is kind of what I remember feeling while I was. Is this whole fear of, one, I'm going to tell someone, and they're going to tell someone else, and everyone else is... And then everyone's going to know, and then it's going to be awful. But then also the feeling of, I have a crush on this person, but I can't tell them. One, because they don't know I'm gay. And two, because I don't know if they're gay. And it's just like, my life is a constant struggle. Like, I think, can some of y'all vibe with this? I can vibe with this way too hard recently. Because it's just like, hey, you're cute. Please. I'm so fucking desperate. I sound so desperate. But I think this is where I'm going to end this for now. 23-ish minute video, half hour at the most. Throwing in those transitions. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Actually, hold on. I will be right back. This is the end of the actual plot summary. But I'm going to... another transition now, and then we're going to talk about the actual book that we're going to read, because I know which book we're going to read this time. So yeah, I'll be back in 50 seconds. I'm sorry, I love spinning this chair. The spinning chair is so fun to spin, and it's so cheesy, I know, but it's fun. Okay, so last time I wasn't 100% sure what book we were going to be able to do, which is why I said okay, which is why I didn't really release the book, what book we were going to do. Breathing's hard. I didn't really say what book we were going to do until the next video. But this time I do know, because I just had a book given to me for required reading in school. It's a book that I've been very excited to actually finish reading, because I started reading it a couple years ago, and wasn't able to get through it because I had other required reading, because fuck the Glory Field. It's a terrible book. Don't ever read it unless you have to. And if you do, cry. But no, it's a book, I've heard lots of good things about. I have it for required reading, and it's due in about a month. So I think, now is a perfect time to do it. It's a really short book. It's literally, hold up. Okay. Yeah, it's 202 books. 202 books? 202 pages long. But it is Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Now, I know some of you are probably like, oh my gosh, that book is so boring. But you know what? If you've already read it, you don't have to read it again. And you can just watch me talk about, hey, a group of boys that's stranded on the island. That's pretty gay, ain't it? So yeah, if you want to read it, you can totally read it. All of these different books are optional, though. If you don't have any interest in reading it, you don't need to. Just don't watch the video. I always will mention not only on Tumblr, I'll try and start doing it on Instagram if you follow on Instagram. And in the video descriptions of any videos that come out between the release of, like, this video, basically, video like this in which I announce the book, and the video in which I actually do the plot summary of it. I will put, hey, this is the book we're currently doing, if you are at all interested. It's like, hey, you didn't watch the last one because you thought the book was boring. Don't worry, probably a lot of other people did. So this is the book that we're doing now. Hopefully it's more your style. It is definitely a huge step away from what we were doing, because one, it's not explicitly homosexual as fuck. But it's also not like, I can't, like, the two books that we read before were very similar because it had to do with, hey, I'm gay, you're cute, let's do something about this. Like, it at least had that as a subplot. Although with Love, Simon, that was literally not Love, Simon. Simon vs. Homosapiens. That book, that was the entire plot. But with Carry On, it was more of a subplot. This doesn't have any sort of romance in it. From all I've heard, there's no romance in it, despite what fanfiction.net will tell you. Don't look up Lord of the Flies on fanfiction.net. Just don't. They're all children. Y'all need help. You perverts. Okay, so with that happy note, that's the end of the book part of this whole video. If you are at all still interested in submitting a picture, a drawing for the profile pic thing, the channel icon contest, that is still open, because I've actually gotten I've gotten 1 entry, but the entry needs to be finished being redrawn on a computer, because you did it in pencil. I can't scan that into my computer, dude. Can't just scan that in, do all the coloring I want to do in MS Paint. No, you did it in pencil. So, yeah. So, but, I'll basically, as soon as I have accrued enough entries to make the contest substantial, which it'd be like 3. I'm hoping for at least 3. And I know I've got another person who's interested in doing it, who's hopefully going to work on it while we have this spring break. Which, by the way, because this is spring break, I have spring break starting today is my first full day, and then I go back to school the Tuesday after Easter. So if you are at all interested in, One, if you're at all interested and you're in my school district, I think right now would be a perfect time to do that, Andy. But also, there's also a good possibility that I will be releasing quite a few more videos throughout this time if I get a video idea. Maybe something with fun, since a lot of people are going to be off right now, although there are people on vacation, so, we'll see. But yeah, that's all for now. See y'all later.